We'll say good morning. Today is Monday, the start of a new week. It's the 15th of January. We're already halfway through the month of January. And I want to greet your morning with this sunrise photo from Keyhole Bay from Teresa Rath Spicer. And we can see the sun rising on the south side of West Bay over one of our cruise ships. And it's an interesting photo because it shows the sun rising. And I wanted to show you this morning an effect that the sunrise has on the south side of the island. Because the sun rises in the east every single day, you can notice at 6:30 a.m. this morning, we had a couple to 4 degrees warmer temperatures all along the south side of the island than we had on the north side. That's because the sun is rising on our side. It's being reflected off the sea right in our face, and it gives us warmer temperatures. So some days we're very close to our high temperature right at the start of the day. Of course, the opposite happens on the north side. Sun sets on that side, so we cool down quicker on the south side than they do on the north side. So just a little interesting fact about Roatan. Lots of interesting facts about Roatan, of course. This morning we have the cold front bringing frigid temperatures to the United States. Down right around Miami this morning. My home, away from home is Roatan, of course, but my home away from home is Lawton, Oklahoma, and we're right around 0 degrees this morning Fahrenheit, about 18 degrees below 0 Celsius. And much of the heartland of America is below 0 Fahrenheit and well below 0 Celsius. Sometimes you think a really strong cold front would come our way, would push it further south. That is not always the case. This one is going to die before it ever gets here. We can see, though, you can see it washing out here, but the one behind it, this is the Euro forecast, by the way, will try to make it and give us about a 50% chance of rain Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. Not a lot of rain, but at least some. We've been pretty dry here on the island. On average, across the island, we've had between 1/4 and 1/2 inch for the first 2 weeks of January. So that's well below normal, even though it's the beginning of the end of the dry season. Of the wet season and the start of the dry season. As we get towards the weekend, you can see another cold front getting close, and by Sunday, the Euro is predicting a good shot of rain this Sunday, and then lingering rain into the beginning of the following week. Let's take a look at the GFS, and we can see a similar forecast for some rain Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, and then drying out for the end of the week. But then as we get into the weekend, starting Saturday, but especially into Sunday, it's forecasting good rain for us. And then the GFS has it drying out the following week. But look at what happens the next weekend. So we're talking about the weekend of the 27th and 28th of January. It is forecasting a very strong cold front and a lot of rain for us. Now, 2 weeks out, I always say these computer models change, so don't put a lot of stock in what it says for 2 weeks out. But it's very possible we'll have some sort of strong cold front in 2 weeks or so. Sometimes these things are generally right. One thing I wanted to mention while I have your attention, a couple of nights ago, we hosted a family from New York, right outside of New York City, and we took them to Ikigai by Robbie Molina. And the mother and wife of this family hosts a low-carb cooking channel on all sorts of platforms, but it's also at ibreatheimhungry.com. And she, of course, and they have had a chance to sample some of the best Italian restaurants in New York City. And she said the red sauce, the pasta sauce that Robbie Molina makes at Ikigai is as good or better than any they've tasted in New York City. And that applied to all the dishes that they tasted. Consistent quality. So if you want to have the best meal you'll ever have on Roatan, but also one of the best meals you'll have in the world, head down to Ikigai. It's in the old Romeo's building in French Harbor. Give them a call if you want to reserve a table, but you don't have to. There's plenty of tables. You can sit inside or outside, and they will make you the best meal of your life. They're closed on Mondays, which is today, if you're watching on the 15th, but they're open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday. Head down there. You are doing yourself a disservice if you do not. One more thing I want to mention. Today is the 15th of January, and if you look on your Roatan weather calendar, you'll find that it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the United States. Sometimes we forget down here in Roatan what the holidays are, and we call in maybe to work if you work remotely, and you're wondering why nobody's there. Well, here it is in your calendar. You'll also find the average rainfall for the month, the highest and lowest, and also the average temperatures. You can pick yours up at Hangover Hut in West Bay, also at La Serena in Camp Bay. And if you call me first, contact me at 9475-4406. You can pick it up at CC Printing in Cox and Hull, and starting tomorrow at Trico here in Jonesville Point. So thanks for your attention, and we're going to have a dry couple of days here, hopefully some rain on Wednesday. You guys take care.